and the misinformation. Fact number one is that this incident reported at 4:35 in the morning today, and even fact number two is that four fatal injuries reported in this entire incident. Fact number three, this incident reported inside the Bathinda military station. Fact number four, that incident reported in artillery mess inside Bathinda military station. Fact number five is that the initial investigation is completely ruling out any terror angle into this entire incident. Fact number six is that Punjab police teams are now assisting Indian Army for the technical and the physical investigation. Fact number seven is that now the entire area has been cordoned by the Indian Army. No civilian movement has been allowed nearby the military station of Bathinda. So these are the facts on which we are sticking up to. And in fact, beyond this, if anything happens, that will be released and officially told by the Indian Army. And in fact, I can show you the visuals. We are showing you the visuals that more ambulances are here, and in fact more ambulances are moving towards the Bathinda Cant police station. And in fact, either these ambulances are moving towards the Indian Army Bathinda military station, or they are moving somewhere else. But yes, the ambulances has been moving towards the police station of Kent, Bathinda Kent. And in fact, you can see the visuals that yes, they have been deployed outside the Bathinda Kent police station. Nupur, more ambulances has been called in. 3 ambulances has been called in, and in fact we will try to speak to them also, that whom they have called in, just because these ambulances has been.
All right, while you speak to them on the ground, let's quickly brief our viewers as to what is happening right now. We are now learning that this
यस भैया, क्या पुलिस ने बुलाया आपको?
अभी कोई देख रहे हैं। हाँ जी सर, पुलिस में से फोन आया था।
पुलिस से फोन आया? किस चीज़ के लिए? किस चीज़ के
अंदर कोई वारदात हो गई है। 3-4 जो कि कहते हैं 3-4 पुलिस।
एम्बुलेंस अकेली आई है? कोई डॉक्टर, कोई मेडिकल असिस्टेंस नहीं बुलाया था
सर? अभी सारा जनसेवा की टीम आ रही है उधर से, अभी और भी एम्बुलेंस आएगी।
कितनी एम्बुलेंसेज और बुलाई
आएंगी सर? अभी ये तो बढ़ गई, 3 एम्बुलेंस आई है अभी इस टाइम, सारा जनसेवा की है।
अच्छा, और भी बुलाएंगे? और भी
एनजीओ की।
In fact, Nupur, ambulance driver is revealing the information that these ambulances has been called by the local police, and I can show you now these ambulances has been ये deploy कर दी गई हैं। ये बाहर पुलिस स्टेशन, जो बठिंडा कैंट का पुलिस स्टेशन है, उसके बाहर खड़ी कर दी गई हैं, और ये सारी की सारी एम्बुलेंसेज, 3 एम्बुलेंस पहुंच चुकी हैं, और भी एम्बुलेंस बुलाई है पंजाब पुलिस की तरफ से, क्योंकि इनको ये बताया गया है कि जो इंसिडेंट हुआ है बठिंडा मिलिट्री स्टेशन में, कोई इंसिडेंट हुआ है, उसके रिगार्डिंग ये एम्बुलेंसेस को कॉल किया गया है। सो अकॉर्डिंग टू ऑफिशियल इंफॉर्मेशन 4 लोगों की अंदर मौत हो चुकी है, लेकिन 3 एम्बुलेंस यहां पे हैं और भी बुलाई गई हैं। मेडिकल स्टाफ, डॉक्टर्स की टीम, सभी को कॉल किया गया है लोकल पुलिस की तरफ से। फोरेंसिक टीम पहले ही अंदर पहुंच चुकी है बठिंडा मिलिट्री स्टेशन में। और हम आपको एक बात बता दें कि हम एक इकलौता चैनल है ऑन ग्राउंड के ऊपर जो इस सारी चीज को ग्राउंड जीरो से इस सारी चीज को रिपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। जब से इंडियन आर्मी की ऑफिशियल इंफॉर्मेशन आई है बठिंडा से, बिल्कुल ग्राउंड जीरो से विजुअल्स के साथ हर चीज को फैक्चुअली रिवील कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि सारा एरिया कॉर्डन ऑफ कर दिया है। बठिंडा कैंट के पुलिस स्टेशन में एम्बुलेंस बुला ली है, बट बठिंडा पुलिस की टीमें अंदर जा चुकी हैं। आर्टिलरी मेस में ये इंसिडेंट हुआ है, और पंजाब पुलिस की लोकल टीम्स जो हैं वो असिस्ट कर रही हैं इंडियन आर्मी को। कॉर्डन एंड सर्च ऑपरेशन लॉन्च किया गया है। सो ये सारे फैक्ट्स हैं। इसके अलावा जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन दी जाएगी वो डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री की तरफ से दी जाएगी इस सारे इंसिडेंट के रिगार्डिंग। और सबसे बड़ी बात, कोई टेरर एंगल नहीं है। बठिंडा मिलिट्री स्टेशन बिल्कुल सुरक्षित है, कोई भी टेरर एंगल नहीं है। हम बार-बार ये रिपीट कर रहे हैं।
So what we can rule out currently is a terror angle. So there is no terrorist incident. This is not being viewed as one at all. And I think Gursimran may have more details. Rakshita also continues to be with me from our Delhi studios. Gursimran, what we know so far right now is that a search operation is perhaps still in progress. However, current information seems to suggest that a terror angle has been completely ruled out of this.
See, this is what we have been telling our viewers from the very moment when this statement from the Indian Army came, because we spoke to some of the officials of the Punjab police and they were very sure that there is no terror angle to it. This is an incident, possibly an internal incident that has led to the incident, but that incident is being worked upon. Now coming to what the Indian Army authorities have briefed to the Indian Army Chief General Manoj Pandey. General Pandey has been briefed about the incidents that have taken place inside the Bathinda military station in past 48 hours, because the incidents that have unfolded in the past 48 hours inside the Bathinda military station, they hold a relevance to this incident. This is what the preliminary investigation has suggested so far, that those incidents that have taken place some 24 to 48 hour back hold a relevance to this firing incident that has taken place. Without jumping to a conclusion, everything is fine inside the military station in the Bathinda, and the Indian authorities are in the commanding position.
All right. So as Gursimran is pointing out, we are still awaiting more confirmation on what type of incident this was. But we are told that the Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh has been briefed. He's in fact called for a larger briefing. And we are told that the Army Chief has also spoken to the Defence Minister to give him details of what has transpired inside the Bathinda military cantonment. Rakshita continues to be with us in our Delhi studios. I'm going to go back to Amandeep. Amandeep, 4 fatalities, of course, currently have been reported. Give us an overall sense of how the situation is right now. We were earlier told that the Punjab police may be assisting the Indian Army, in the combing operations that are still on.
Well, absolutely, Nupur, absolutely. The point is that now everything is under control, and in fact, Indian Army has took each and everything inside the Bathinda military station with the help of local police. Just because local police has been asked to provide the assistance, and that is the reason to corroborate the technical evidence. Forensic team has also stepped into Bathinda military station, and even there are ambulances that has been called by the local police just because 4 people have been killed in this firing incident. But how it happened and who are responsible, and in fact how it had happened inside the Bathinda military station, that is yet to be as certain, and in fact that will be revealed by the Defence Ministry or Defence Department or Indian Army officially. But we are not reaching to that conclusion. The present scenario is, Nupur, that the entirely area has been cordoned, and in fact I can show you the visuals as well, just because we are standing just outside the Bathinda military station where the entire incident has been taken place. It is just adjoining to the national highway from Bathinda leading to Patiala, and even the entire roads which are approaching to Bathinda military station, they all have been closed from each and every side. Local police have beefed up the security on the other areas as well. And in fact, the local police is also assisting the investigation. The terror angle has been completely ruled out in the entire investigation. So that is a clear-cut indication that military station is very much safe and in the control of the Indian Army. But yes, for the precautionary measures, the security has been beefed up, just because so far the cordon and search operation and even the investigation is still underway inside Bathinda military station, and Indian Army has taken over each and everything. So now the entire incident will be detailed by the Defence Ministry and the Raksha Mantri, and even additional ambulances has been called, team of doctors has been called, and more staff has been called. So the entire situation has been under the control of Indian Army right now. But yes, that how the entire incident has been unfolded, that will be revealed by the Defence Ministry or the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, just because the military station officials has been reported to Chief of Army Staff. Further, he has reported to Defence Minister as well about the entire incident, how it happened. And that is the reason, very brief information that was revealed by the Indian Army officially in the morning, that incident took place at 4:35, in which firing incident, 4 fatal injuries reported at Bathinda military station. Cordon and search operation underway, and even the entire area has put into a very sensitive zone, and that is the reason the security has been beefed up. The civilian movement has been restricted in this entire area. All the leading roads to the Bathinda military station has been blocked.
All right,
local
stay with us.
On high alert, and even
stay with us. Amandeep, stay with us. We're now getting a press note that has come out of the Southwestern Army headquarters, and I'm reading out this press note for our viewers. It says that it has been ascertained that in the unfortunate incident, 4 Army Jawans of an artillery unit succumbed to gunshot injuries sustained during the incident. No other injuries to personnel, loss or damage to property has been reported. The area continues to be sealed off and joint investigations with the Punjab police are being coordinated to establish facts in the case. All aspects, including the possible case of the involvement of an INSAS rifle along with 28 rounds reported missing 2 days ago, are being ascertained. Considering the sensitivities involved, media is requested to avoid rumors and refrain from speculation. So this is an army statement that has come in from the Southwestern Army Command Headquarters. I'm going to read it out once again. It says it has been ascertained that in the unfortunate incident, 4 Army Jawans of an artillery unit succumbed to gunshot injuries sustained during the incident. No other injuries to personnel or lost damage of property has been reported. The area continues to be sealed off and joint investigations with the Punjab police are being coordinated to establish the facts of the case. So what we can confirm to our viewers right now is that 4 Army Jawans have been killed in this firing incident that was reported at about 4:35 a.m. this morning. The area where this incident seemed to have occurred has now been sealed off completely, and the army is now carrying out joint investigations with the Punjab police. The army in its statement has also said that all aspects, including the possible case of the involvement of an INSAS rifle along with 28 rounds reported missing 2 days ago, are being ascertained. So the army also confirming at this point in time that a rifle along with 28 rounds did go missing about 2 days ago, and facts that are connected to that are being ascertained even as we speak. Now the statement goes on to read that considering the sensitivities involved, the media is requested to avoid rumors and refrain from speculation. So Republic TV, of course, as always, has refrained from any speculation. We have given out to our viewers the facts on the case, and where they stand at the moment is that a confirmation now coming in from the army that about 4 Army Jawans of an artillery unit have succumbed to their gunshot injuries that was sustained during the incident at 4:35 a.m. this morning. Amandeep has more details on this. Yes, Amandeep.
Well, absolutely, Nupur. Additional details with the facts that released by the Indian Army. Number one, that Jawans who were killed in that incident, they are basically belongs to artillery unit. Number two, very important information. 2 days ago, 1 INSAS rifle along with 28 rounds remain missing. And in fact, that is still yet to be ascertained. And in fact, this is additional information that is provided by Indian Army. Certainly, the investigation is still underway with the help of local police as well. This is what we are reporting from the morning, from the very much point when this incident has been taken place and revealed by the Indian
Stay
Army.
with us.
Punjab
I'm going to go
now
across. Stay with us. I'm going to go across to SPS Parmar, the IG of Punjab Police, joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Parmar, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. Can you, to begin with, confirm to us the incident and also take us through what happened?
As authorized information from the army, the incident had taken place at 4:30 in the morning. 4 people are dead in the firing over there. The cordon and search operation is taking place. We are in touch with the army authorities and extending any kind of help that they require for the time being. It is certainly not an external attack, not a terrorist attack. The rest of the things we'll explain once the army authorities update us about it.
Now, the army, Mr. Parmar, has come out with a statement where it says that 4 of its army Jawans of an artillery unit have succumbed to the gunshot injuries. Can you confirm that for us, please, as well?
Whether they were civilians working in the army or they were army men, I cannot confirm for the time being because their identities have not been confirmed as yet.
Right. Also,
but the 4 fatalities have taken place.
Right. Also, sir, can you confirm to us that the investigations that the army is being helped with are being carried out by the Punjab Police, and the focus may revolve around certain missing weapons?
So certainly, we are happy now to fix this investigation. We are always there to extend the help. Otherwise, also we have constant channels in touch with other organizations.
Right. Mr. Parmar, also, can you quickly tell us about the situation that is there currently? Are the search operations still on?
I'll continue for 3-4 hours because there's a lot of wild growth is over there in the vicinity of the mess and all that. So we can brief you after the passo is over.
Right. We understand that. Very, very quickly, I don't want to take your time, but you did mention that sanitization operations are on at the mess. Can you confirm that?
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm talking about. Cordon and search operation. That is progress for the time being.
All right, SPS Parmar, the IG Punjab Police, appreciate your speaking to us on Republic TV. Thank you very much for sharing that information with us. So, the IG of Punjab Police confirming to us that this is an incident that took place inside the Bathinda military station, and search operations are still on at the mess. Now, information that we were getting earlier seemed to suggest that this firing incident that took place at about 4:35, I beg your pardon, actually took place at an artillery mess, and the army in its statement says that 4 of their army jawans were, unfortunately lost their lives in this incident. I think I'm going to go back to Amandeep right now. Amandeep, so a confirmation there coming in, Amandeep, that the Punjab Police is also assisting the army in its, in the operations, and search operations still continuing?
Well, absolutely, Nupur. Inside Bathinda military station, physical and technical investigation both are taking place by Indian Army as well as Punjab Police also. Just because certain officers has been deployed by IG SPS Parmar to went inside to launch the investigation to assist Indian Army. Quick reaction teams are already underway. Cordon and search operation is already underway inside the Bathinda military station. And in fact, the entire area has been sanitized by the Indian Army, and rest of the city has been taken care by the local police. Security has been beefed up each and every nook and corner. All the leading roads to the Bathinda military station has been completely blocked, and even the civilian movement has been prohibited in this area entirely. And even the certain information that is came out, and even the recent information that is revealed by Indian Army is that 4 jawans from artillery unit has been killed in a firing incident, and cordon and search operation underway. And even 1 INSAS rifle along with 28 rounds are still missing 2 days back, and still as certain. And in fact, that is the reason cordon and search operation has been launched inside Bathinda military station. But the most important point is, Nupur, once again we report that there is no terror angle into this entire incident. The military station of Bathinda is entirely into the safer hands of Indian Army, that is completely in the control of Indian Army with the help of local police. And in fact, further investigation has been launched just because this matter is in the jurisdiction of the Indian Army, and local police has been asked by the Indian Army to assist for the investigation. And that is the reason SPS Parmar has sanitized the entire city externally to avoid any kind of uncertainty as well. But yes, now the Indian Army has clearly mentioned that no terror angle, only 1 INSAS rifle along with 28 rounds are missing. Artillery mess is the place where incident take place, and even those jawans were belong to artillery unit itself inside the Bathinda military station. And if I, video journalist, can show you that the visuals to give you the sense what all is happening nearby the military station of Bathinda, the security beefed up by Indian Army, and even the civilian movement has been prohibited since morning. The barricades put in place, ambulances has been called, forensic teams has been called, and Punjab Police investigation has been launched inside the military station as well. And you can see that how Army Jawan is making the civilians understanding about the situation and asking them to go beyond this is not allowed, just because the entire vehicle movement cannot be restricted at this point, Nupur, just because this is a national highway leading from Bathinda to Patiala, and this is the place where the incident take place. But yes, all the roads leading to this military station gate has been completely blocked. In a similar way, the visuals, the kind of visuals we are getting in from this very much point. And in fact, this happened just opposite side of Bathinda Cant police station as well. So immediately everything has been pressed into the services, and even the investigation has been launched to take the details of entire incident, and later these details will be provided to the Defence Ministry and Defence Minister Raksha Mantri as well.
All right. In fact, as you're pointing out, the Defence Minister will be meeting the top officials in about 10 hours from now. Let's quickly dip into some feed that we are getting in terms of reactions now coming in.
Running amok का इंसिडेंट है या और कोई मैल कंटेंट है जिसने ये किया है, इसके बारे में अभी कोई डिटेल्स औपचारिक तौर पे, आधिकारिक तौर पे आर्मी ने रिवील नहीं किए हैं. आई वुड रादर वेट कि वो इसके ऊपर कोई स्टेटमेंट दें तो हम लोग क्लैरिटी से कुछ कह सकेंगे. बट ऑन द फेस ऑफ इट ये कोई दुखद घटना लग रही है. डज नॉट सीम टू बी एज ऑफ नाउ अ टेररिस्ट इंसिडेंट, बट लाइक आई सेड, वील हैव टू वेट एंड वील हैव टू वॉच.
अगर अंदर की घटना है तो
Well, it is sad, but sometimes these incidents do take place. There are maladjusted लोग होते हैं कभी और रन अमॉक हो जाते हैं लोग कभी, तो ऐसा इंसिडेंट ज़रूर कभी कभार हो जाते हैं. Very rare, but they do happen, and it is sad when they do. But we'll rather wait for the army to come out with some authentic details or official details, तभी कुछ कहा जा सके.
लेकिन दुखद घटना है काफी.
It is of course sad. There are loss of 4 lives. That is very, very sad. My heart goes out to those boys who have. I'm not even sure whether it is loss of life or it is injuries as yet. So we, like I said, it's maybe too early, and we'd like to wait for the army's official statement.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that, of course, was Major General G.D. Bakshi over there talking about this incident, saying that we will have to wait for the Army's statement on this. And I'm going to go to Gursimran on this. All right. Just to tell our viewers that the Army has in fact released a statement. This is the Southwestern headquarters, which have released a statement, and Gursimran will have more details on this. Gursimran, we do know for now, according to the Army statement, that aspects involving an INSAS rifle along with 28 rounds that has been reported missing about 2 days ago are now perhaps one of the focus points of this investigation?
See, Nubho, that was what I was mentioning earlier without actually quoting the incident, that the Raksha Mantri has been briefed about the incidents that have taken place 48 hours prior to this. This was the incident because 2 days before the incident, that is today morning, INSAS rifle along with the 28 cartridges that has gone missing from the Indian Army store, and a probe was launched by the Indian Army in this regard. And what we were told when we spoke to some of the senior most officials of the Indian Army inside the Bathinda military station at very first when this incident came into force, they told us that these 2 incidents hold a relevance, and that's why we are looking into every possible angle. We'll be continuing with this coverage right after this short break.
जूनियर वर्ल्ड चैंपियन रहे हैं नीरज चोपड़ा.
T20 में बेस्ट 1 पदक जीत लिया है भारत के थ्रोअर नीरज चोपड़ा ने.
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
3, 2, 1, 0.
What do you see our country as in 2030 in diplomatic and political terms?
I see more change between now and 2030 than I saw in the last 40 years.
Welcome back. You're watching live and breaking on Republic TV, and we are continuously getting our viewers updates of the firing incident that was reported earlier this morning at about 4:35 a.m. at the Bhatinda military station. We are now getting a confirmation that the firing incident took place at the artillery officers' mess over there. Unfortunately, 4 lives have been lost, and we are going to continue to bring our viewers up to speed with the latest information. And also joining us after a very short break will be Major General S.P. Sinha, and we are of course also awaiting a statement to come in and a briefing to come in from the Indian Army and the police.
जूनियर वर्ल्ड चैंपियन रहे हैं नीरज चोपड़ा।
2020 में बेस्ट वाइड पदक जीत लिया है भारत के थ्रोअर नीरज चोपड़ा ने।
Why you say that elections don't matter? Because you cannot win elections.
There is one of the fundamental fallacies of humanity is to think that electoral victories validate everything. I certainly don't intend to compare governments and individuals. Errors are errors, whether they are made by majority governments or not majority governments.
दशकों पुरानी समस्याओं का समाधान होते हुए आज देश अपनी आंखों के सामने देख रहा है। और कभी कभी लोग कह भी रहे हैं कि हमने सोचा नहीं था कि हम जीते जी ये देख पाएंगे। ऐसा कई लोग कहते हैं, और इसके 2 प्रमुख कारण हैं। पहला, भारत के 130 करोड़ लोगों का आत्मविश्वास जो कहता है यस, इट इज इंडियाज मोमेंट। और दूसरा, भारत के 130 करोड़ लोगों की सोच जो कहती है नेशन फर्स्ट।
जूनियर वर्ल्ड चैंपियन रहे हैं नीरज चोपड़ा।
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
Good morning. You are watching live and breaking on Republic TV. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri, and we are continuously bringing you updates on the incident that was reported at the Bhatinda military cantonment earlier this morning. A firing incident was reported at about 4:35 a.m. this morning, and the army has now confirmed to us that 4 casualties took place, and all of them were Jawans who belong to the Indian Army. Joining me on the broadcast is Major General S.P. Sinha. Major General Sinha, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Rather unfortunate, this incident that's been reported early this morning.
It is sad. It gives a lot of pain. Now, let me tell you, in the morning when I was contacted by one channel, then And there were a lot of many speculations as to what could have been the cause of this firing. One angle was Pakistan Army, Pakistan ISI angle. Second was within the country. Third was, has the shooting taken place in civil area or in military area? All that mist of confusion and guessing work has evaporated. And now the picture seems to be very, very clear. You see, the fact is that the firing has taken place within the geographical area of cantonment. So it is the military area where the firing has taken place. A. B. It has been reported that one INSAS rifle was missing for a few days, and 28 rounds also were stolen from the quarter guard. Now, 3. That 4 people are dead. So it is my belief that within a unit, it is an intra-unit fight and some sort of animosity between certain military personnel, which has resulted in this firing taking place, and 4 people have been reported to be killed. Now it is very sad. It is total lack of discipline, and it reflects on the morale of the unit to that unit of which these people are involved. And it is said that firing took place in front of artillery regiment officers' mess. So, but these details, this needs to be confirmed exactly where these personnel belong to which army regiment or which army unit, and who are those people, what are the names, what are the names of those people who have been killed in this firing. But there are certain serious questions which arise. You see, normally the guards carry weapons. When they are off duty, they deposit the weapon. How is it that this person, whoever carried out the firing, got in possession of the arm of the rifle, INSAS rifle? How is it that he was able to steal? The rifles are stored in quarter guard, and in quarter guard we have very strict procedure. Even at night, suppose as an officer, I go to inspect the quarter guard, I will be challenged, and the wording is "Thum kaun aata hai?" Then I say, "Dost, pahchan ke liye aage badh." Then I disclose my identity, and I speak the code word, and then they say, "Oh yes, Ram Sahab, aiye sahab dekhiye." So, but how is it that from the quarter guard, one INSAS rifle is missing, and missing for 2 days, 48 hours? Now these weapons are checked, the numbers are checked. How is it that for 48 hours this thing was not spotted? So I think it is a very serious matter, and somewhere down the line, the unit command structure has failed to ensure proper discipline in the unit, and also the Subdar Major of the unit needs to be taken to task, because he's the eldest in the unit, and he's supposed to report to commanding officer what all wrongs are likely to take place in near future. And if this thing was brewing up, this must have been brewing up for quite some time. So SM, Subdar Major, should have reported to commanding officer, and commanding officer should have taken a corrective action. I think on all these fronts there seems to be total failure. So I think it's a very serious matter, and I'm only doing a certain bit amount of guessing work, but by and large, I'm on the target, and I think what I'm saying is correct. But it is a very serious matter. It reflects very, very poorly on the morale of the unit and very poorly on the command structure. I sincerely hope that the command structure is efficient, and they are good. And if they are good, their career should not be ruined because level of colonel or major. It's not so simple.
Absolutely. Major General Sinha, of course, is taking us through the internal structures that are in place in army units as they exist as of now, and also raising certain concerns over there. But joining us also on the broadcast right now is Akshita. She joins us from the Delhi studios. We've got Amandeep joining us, and Gursimran also joining us from Amritsar. Amandeep, the statement that has been released from the Indian Army seems to, suggest that there was an INSAS rifle that was missing with about 28 rounds. And, Major General Sinha was also referring to that rifle. And can you give us more details about what the Army statement essentially says?
Well, the army statement essentially indicates, Nupur, that this incident is all remain in the jurisdiction of Indian Army, and in fact there is no outsider involved into this entire incident. And even one INSAS rifle along with 28 rounds remain missing from 2 days. And even the way Major General Sinha was revealing the fact that it was the quarter guard who has to take care for all the weaponry, and weapons has been issued to only those who were guarding the unit. And even normally the Jawans and the officers remain without weapon inside the military station. And in fact, if the weapon was used and even the INSAS was used to kill the 4 army Jawans, that weapons must have issued from the quarter guard. And in fact, the guards were involved into that how the entire incident happened, who is the commanding officer who is taking care of this entire. And in fact, if the two...
Amandeep, we'll wait for the official statement of the army to come out to give us more details on what happened. We will not speculate at this point in time. We'll just go by the official statement that has come in from the Indian Army, and I think Gursimran has more details on the statement. Gursimran, the Indian Army in its statement has said that 4 army Jawans of the artillery unit have succumbed to gunshot injuries. Now, can you take us through the statement of the Indian Army, sticking to the specifics that have come in from the Indian Army's side?
Yes, Indian Army has issued a statement at around 11 in the morning today morning, and it was been issued by the Southwest Command of the Indian Army, that holds the borders of the Punjab, western borders of the Indian Army. Now coming to the statement said that 4 Jawans of the artillery unit of the Indian Army, they have lost their life in the firing incident that has unfolded, and now the Punjab Police along with the Punjab Indian Army, they are looking into the investigation parts. The entire area where the incident has taken place has been sealed by the Indian Army, and the investigation is on. They have also said that the one INSAS rifle that has gone missing along with the 28 cartridges, that angle is also being looked upon, because that incident was reported a couple of days back. And earlier when we were speaking, I told you that the top brass of the Indian Army has been briefed regarding this only. It was with respect to the incident that has been reported a day before yesterday, when an INSAS rifle has gone missing along with the 28 cartridges, and that was conveyed to Punjab Police as well. But then it was, since it was has gone missing from the Indian Army's military station, it was the Indian Army only that was carrying out the investigation with this regard. So that angle is also being looked upon, whether it was the same INSAS rifle that was used, because somewhere down the line there are links between the two incidents that are emerging. Without going into details of that, that is what the Indian Army has been in position to share so far, and we are told that the senior army commanders, they are monitoring the situation right as it happens.
Absolutely. As you're pointing out, Gursimran, the two, the statement of the Indian Army does allude to the facts that these two incidents may be linked. I'm going to just quickly introduce Major General Bakshi, also joining us on the broadcast. Major General Sinha, I can see you raising your hand. Please go ahead with your point of view.
I want to highlight certain important points. This INSAS rifle, which was missing for 48 hours, belonged to which unit? There are complete database which rifle belongs to which unit. So this rifle which was missing for 48 hours belonged to which unit? These 28 rounds which were used, which were stolen, belong to which unit? They were on the inventory of which unit? Then, whether it is the same unit in which the shooting has taken place and the Jawans have died, or some other unit, this weaponry belonged to some other unit, firstly. Secondly, the role of co-tensio. How is it that from whichever quarter guard this has been stolen, the co-tensio has been silent for some time? It is the responsibility, the whole inventory is on the charge of co-tensio. It is his responsibility to ensure that nothing is lost from the quarter guard. So the role of co-tensio has to be inquired into. Thirdly, the discipline angle and the moral angle. Now, somewhere down the line, I raise a finger on the efficiency of Sudar Major. And the Sudar Major is supposed to have the pulse of the unit and keep reporting to commanding officer that all is well within the unit. And somewhere down the line, the Subdar Major and the Jamadar adjutant, they have failed to perform their duty, and as a result, maybe that commanding officer will come into bad light. And if the weaponry and ammunition belong to some other unit, then again it is a very serious matter. But overall, I think somewhere down the line, it is a poor reflection on the command structure. And until unless the court of inquiry pinpoints the blame and pinpoints the very blame and fixes the responsibility, it would be not be correct for me to point fingers at any command any officer or anybody. But the fact is that let court of inquiry decide. But at the surface level, I can say that it is not a good thing. It is a bad.
Absolutely. Major General S.P. Sinha, obviously, internal issues plague every organization in the world, and, so would be true for the Indian Army and the defense structure. I'm going to go across to Major General G.D. Bakshi. Major General Bakshi, extremely unfortunate incident being reported early this morning. Your thoughts?
Look, I, as a military veteran, am saddened there has been the loss of 4 precious lives. And my heart goes out to those boys who have lost their lives, their families. Such incidents do happen sometimes. I would not like to, at this stage, jump to any conclusions, because the operation to nab the assailant is still on. I am given to understand there is a lot of sarkanda grass around there within the cantonment where possibly he's taken cover, and the QRTs, quick reaction teams of the unit, are trying to nail him down in that very open spaces of the cantonment. It will take some time to flush him out. A single individual also depends on whether he's still firing or not firing. If he's firing, it is easier to locate him, but otherwise anybody who runs amok is to be treated as the enemy, and very, very stringent action is taken. I would rather wait for the court of inquiry to come out with all the questions that General Sinha has rightly raised. I think it would be premature to condemn the unit. We'll wait for the court of inquiry to outline this. Like I said, sometimes these incidents do happen. The army life can be quite stressful. Boys do run amok. There is this conundrum of how one rifle was missing and some ammunition was missing. That itself is, in a unit is taken extremely seriously. So, like I said, we'll await. There is nothing to panic. There is no terrorist attack angle involved. There is no outside angle involved. It's an internal problem of the unit which has resulted in this incident. Looks like, as of now, of somebody running amok with a weapon and killing his comrades. Like I said, in the stressful environment of the military, these things do happen. They should not happen. But now that they have, I'd rather wait for the court of inquiry to come out and give us the facts as they are on the ground. That takes some time. I'm willing to wait and give that time. What I do think is there is no need to panic. There is no need to get into speculations and, hit the panic button and, start imagining all kind of outside involvements. Let's wait for the things to settle down, the fog of war to lift a little, and I'm sure all these facts will come to light. Let's not get into any panic with speculations. That is what we would like to avoid at this stage. There is no terrorist angle involved. The army is being quite emphatic on that one. I spoke to the ADGPI and he also has said that we just await because of the situation to crystallize. Unfortunately, whosoever has opened fire, they are trying to hunt him down. They are trying to, nail him down, and that might take some time, but I'm prepared to wait and things will clarify once that happens.
Of course, we do not speculate right now. We, of course, are going by whatever details we're getting in. And Amandeep continues to be with us from ground zero. Amandeep, we've heard, of course, our defense experts, they've saying that assault rifle being missing for 48 hours, of course, and a very serious issue raises many concerns there. Also, what is the latest you're learning on the latest developments? We do know that Rajnath Singh, the defense minister, was supposed to chair in a very high-level meeting. Also, we are expecting a briefing by the Punjab police.
Well, absolutely, Rakshita. So far, Punjab Police has not got clearance from the Indian Army. Once they will get clearance and all information from Indian Army, once this entire operation will be completed, only then the Punjab Police will be allowed to hold the media briefing. And so far, the facts that has been revealed by the Indian Army is that this incident took place at 4:35 p.m. 4 Jawans from artillery unit has been killed in a firing incident, and one Insas rifle along with 28 rounds has been missing from 2 days, and cordon and search operation underway. Punjab Police is assisting Indian Army, and even the families has been asked to remain inside. The entire area has been sanitized, and even the outside of the military station Bathinda has been completely cordoned by the Indian Army security. And even the Indian Army and Punjab Police are launching the investigation into this entire case, and even undoubtedly they will be nab and nail down the person responsible, and in fact they will reveal all the facts once their operation will be concluded and completed inside the Bathinda military station, just because the incident reported inside the jurisdiction of Indian Army. So they are taking care of each and everything, and even the search cordon and search operation initially launched by the quick reaction teams of Indian Army inside the Bathinda military station as well, just because this incident reported outside the artillery mess in which 4 Jawans has lost their life in a firing incident, and in fact the identity is yet to be revealed by the Indian Army as well. But now the Indian Army has taken care of everything. Terror angle has been reduced to the entire incident, and everything is under control of Indian Army. Yes, Rakshita.
Right, Amandeep, stay with us. Major General Sinha wanted to make a point. Please go ahead, sir.
Let me mention one thing, that one important terms of reference of court of inquiry will be that what is the cause of animosity between army personnel. That's a very important factor. That will give clue and or lead to many important aspects. Secondly, in Indian Army, we have a beautiful, foolproof legal system, and nobody can escape the clause of justice. And justice, let me tell you, justice will be delivered. I have no doubt. We have a very, very fine, efficient system. There's no bhai band. It's a foolproof system, and the truth will come out as the sun comes out from the clouds. So that's for sure. The culprit will not go unpunished. But the important thing is that the cause of why this lapse has occurred, that is the question I'm trying to raise. How is it that 48 hours the weapon is missing and alarm bells don't start ringing? How is that Subdar Major has not been able to feel the pulse of the unit? These are important administrative functioning aspects, and these need to be inquired into. Of course, the Court of Inquiry will definitely come out with recommendations as to the causes of incident, recommendations, and pinpoint and fix the responsibility as to because of whom all these lapse has taken place. But it is very sad, and I'm more concerned about the loss of life. You see, we take many, many years to train a Jawan. That the human life is lost. We have lost a Jawan in which so much of money must have been spent in order to train him. And that unit gets a bad name. That's another important factor. In Indian Army, we are very, very cautious about our image. And if the unit gets a bad name, you can imagine for years to come, the unit will suffer from this trauma. So for the mistake of one individual, look at the way the unit is going to suffer psychologically, emotionally, image-wise. And the unit is going to suffer. Absolutely. And people will be on the defensive. Their performance will get affected. I think it's very, very, very sad. It is unfortunate, but what can I say? It is very, very unfortunate. And
General SP Sinha, as you're pointing out, this is a concerning incident, and we are absolutely sure that the Indian Army will hold a court of inquiry, and thereafter, blame will be affixed. Thank you for the moment for joining us. I'm going to go back across to Major General Bakshi. Major General Bakshi, you were talking earlier about the stressful conditions that our Jawans work under, and there is no doubt about these. And oftentimes, of course, incidents like this are reported. They should not happen. But with any professional army in the world, the stress does get to people, because at the end of the day, these Jawans are also, human beings.
Absolutely. You see, I have served a lot in J&K, and some years back, this problem used to be far more endemic because the stress levels were pretty high. And once in a while, some individual does break down. It happens. Like I said, it's a very stressful environment. It's not an easy job to do. And sometimes it does get to an individual. Like I said, I'd rather let the court of inquiry determine what were the reasons for this boy to run amok, to target his own comrades. That's the worst that can really happen. And as a result of that unfortunate firing, we've lost 4 precious lives. And which pains. It pains all of us. And yes, General Sinha is right. It will have an effect on the unit. The unit gets a bad name. But I would not be very hasty to condemn the rank and file till such time as the results of the court of inquiry are before us. I would once again like to remind people that we lead a very stressful life in the armed forces. Once in a while, one individual, for some reason, family problems, otherwise, does break under the stress and runs amok or takes some action like this. Like I said, what really is behind this, because the whole thing is compounded by the loss of the INSAS rifle and over 20 rounds of ammunition, which is not a good thing to have happened. But like I said, let's wait for the fog of war to settle down. There are these quick reaction teams trying to nail the individual down. He is ID. We are given to understand. I'm sure he will be brought to book. He's already caused a lot of damage, not just to the 4 precious lives, but also to the unit's reputation. Units will come down heavily on this. The
Absolutely.
army will come down heavily on this. And I'm sure if there are anything that have to be set right, they will be set right. We have our drills to
Absolutely,
deal with
Major.
such exigencies.
Absolutely. As Major General G.D. Bakshi is pointing out, obviously, a post-mortem will take place later on of what happened. But I'm going to go back across very quickly to Amandeep. Amandeep, we are to understand that this is still an active situation and the army is still looking for this individual who may be behind this incident. Can you share any updates that we are getting right now?
Well, Nupur, without sourcing the information to the sources, we are just believing on the official information revealed by the Indian Army. And in fact, so far, the coordinate search operation is still underway. And in fact, 4 from artillery units have lost their life in this firing incident. So far, Punjab Police is also assisting the Indian Army for this entire investigation in both ways, physically and technically, just because forensic investigation has also been launched inside the Bathinda military station as well. But so far, Nupur, we have not received any information that any person has been detained, arrested or nailed down by Indian Army or Punjab Police inside. So far, we are waiting for that also, that who is the responsible person behind this entire incident. And I can show you the visuals behind me that the entire area has been sanitized, and in fact, our entire area has been completely cordoned by the Indian Army since the incident reported. The civilian movement has been prohibited into this entire area, and even every single road leading to Indian military station of Bathinda has been completely blocked, and only army officials or police officials are allowed to go inside, and certain security has been deployed at each and every point. This is one point, and this is another point which I can show you that how the Indian Army is taking care of their military station after the incident. So far, Nupur, the incident is in the jurisdiction of Indian Army military station, and even there is no outsider involved into this entire incident. So the entire investigation is being launched by the Indian Army itself internally, and even taking the assistance of Punjab Police as well. And very soon they will be revealing all the details, just because once the entire incident reported to the Chief of Army Staff and Raksha Mantri, and later on details will be revealed among the public that how it happened and who all are responsible behind this, and what action has been taken against that person who is responsible for the lives of 4 artillery jawans who died in the firing incident inside Bathinda military station. Yes, Nupur.
Absolutely. Amandeep, as you're pointing out, of course, this still appears to be an active situation where the Indian Army's QRTs are looking for the person who may have been involved in this. We are still getting more information, and joining us on the broadcast is Colonel Shailendra Singh. We step into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us as we bring you more.
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
0.
Your friend Mamta Banerjee, she says that आप consult नहीं करते, like on disinvestment, opposition should have been consulted.
हमने सोचना बंद नहीं किया, करोड़ों की संख्या में रिपब्लिक भारत और रिपब्लिक
Firing at Bathinda military station, cracked off dawn, firing claims 4 lives. Initial probe rules out any terror angle. Seven hours on, research and rescue operations continue. Security beefed up across Bathinda. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh to chair topmost level meeting. NSA and MHA officials to attend the meeting. Complete chaos in Vadra Congress. Pilot in the national capital to meet Kharge, Gehlot to brief the media shortly. After showdown over candidate list, BJP in huddle mode now, descending Jagadish Shettar, Savadi and Ishwarappa summoned to Delhi. In a fresh attempt at opposition unity, Nitish Kumar set to meet Mallikarjun Kharge and other opposition leaders in the national capital. Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching Republic TV. I'm Rakshita Mishra. We are continuing with our top focus at this story that is unfolding at the moment. This regarding the firing at Bathinda military station. An incident was reported at the military station early hours this morning, and the search operation is still underway. My colleague Nupur continues to be with us from our Mumbai studios, and also we are joined by Major General G.D. Bakshi and also Colonel Shailendra Singh. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. I'd like to go to Colonel Shailendra Singh first. What we have learned that an INSAS rifle went missing, and this for 48 hours. We were discussing how this is a matter of great concern that a rifle, an assault rifle, was missing for past 48 hours and it was not reported yet. And we see how 4 fatalities occur. Can you just tell us more about this machine gun that this gun, INSAS rifle, that assault rifle it is, and how dangerous this weapon could be? Because as is being talked about, this is not any terror angle yet. What we are learning from army sources that there's no terror angle yet. Prima facie, this is not a terror attack, but right now what we're learning that an INSAS rifle was missing. So In what kind of situations is this rifle mostly used, sir?
If you can allow me, I'll have to take this terror angle. Batinda Kent is a very secure cantonment with a fencing all around. Making a possible attack there is as good as impossible because I have operated in this cantonment myself. Now coming to the second point, the artillery regiment. Luckily, I will call it. I'll still call it with a lot of pride. Luckily, I'm from the same regiment. I'm from the same artillery regiment. And I would request everybody to understand what I'm going to tell you now. This is the same regiment which did exceptionally well in Leh. We must know that Galwan, there was a OP party involved from the same Paltan. So the Paltan, there is nothing wrong. In any Paltan, there is nothing wrong. So let's not, point a finger at the Paltan as such. Yes, we need to evaluate the tough conditions under which the troops operate 365 days, 24 hours. Please realize it. My countrymen, my government, my higher-ups, before blame game, I will not excuse anybody who fires. That's not my character. That is not my soldier. They are not like that. But please imagine the kind of stress he is operating under continuously for hours and hours, for days and days and year by year. Yes, I will say it very responsibly. It's the most unfortunate thing to happen. It should have never happened. But when you have lakhs and lakhs of people and you start getting after that one soldier for whatever he did, it is wrong. There's no question of it being right. But that doesn't mean that it will tarnish the image of Indian Army or for that matter, that regiment. I'm still proud of my regiment. They have done always exceptionally well. The odd exception has happened on the wrong side. I regret it. I'm sorry for it. But yes, see the army character. We will come out with the correct story. We are not going to hide it. We are going to do a court of inquiry. Justice is done immediately. Please see, in the country, you people are crying that justice is not done for years and years and decades. Here we give you assurance that it will be done instantly. As far as that boy is running away, it is very natural human tendency to do that. You will see that he will ultimately surrender and he will be captured and he will be brought to the book. Justice would be done. Most unfortunate for it to happen, but at the same time see it. It has not escalated into anything wrong. So stop the blame on any regiment on Indian Army as such. It's an odd case which should have never happened. I'm standing by that. There's nothing right about it. But at the same time, let us continue to have our respect for that regiment and the Indian Army.
Right. Right, so of course, here on Republic TV, we of course are sticking to the facts, whatever the information that we are getting, we are sticking to the facts, of course, no blame game here. My colleague Shravan Sen is also joining us live on the broadcast. Shravan, this is a matter of great concern. What more details can you share with us on this?
Well, Rakshita, for all our viewers are tuning in right now, let's just quickly take our viewers through what we know so far. Now, as far as the firing is concerned, it happened around 4:35 this morning. If you go by the two statements that have been issued by the Southwestern Command, then essentially they're basically indicating that there is no terror angle to it. In fact, Punjab police has also come on record to say that there is no terror angle to it. Now, where comes in the concern? The concern essentially comes when the Insas rifle, which has gone missing for 2 days, and with live ammunition, therein lies the concern. And in fact, remember, this is a peace station, and the incident actually took place closer to the mess, where you would essentially have the family members, and also it has its own areas of concern. But remember, this is a matter that the army would be looking into internally, given the fact that if it is one of the soldiers, then who was the gunner, then it is going to be an internal matter. As of now, even the police haven't been allowed inside the cantonment. That is essentially because, remember, there are laid down protocols for it. Till the time that internal procedure is not completed, even right now, as we speak, the reports that we are getting from outside the military station is that it's an absolutely no-go area. The entire area has been cordoned off. In fact, the bare minimum information that has come in from the police is that they are cooperating with the army for any sort of assistance that is required, because the larger concern at this point in time is that they haven't been able to identify who exactly was the gunner, and what is the link that is basically emerging at this point in time. So all of that is part of this entire investigation that is going to be carried on. Now, whether it's a fratricidal incident, remember, this is not the first time that has happened. Whether it is from the army, or for that matter, even there have been cases of fratricide coming in from the paramilitary. And remember, there have been multiple reports that have been put together for the causes of fratricide. Those are matters that would be looked into at a later stage, because as of now, this hasn't been confirmed whether this is a case of fratricide. And more importantly, if it was someone from within, and it was some sort of a personal issue. And remember, there is going to be an inquiry that is going to be carried out by the army. It has happened in the past. They've come to a conclusion. They've done a thorough investigation, and that is exactly what is expected even today. But the identification as to who opened the fire is the larger concern right now. The Insas rifle essentially going missing, that is the other concern. And the fact that it was with cartridges, that too remains another concern. So all that put together, the focus essentially being that. What we can also tell our viewers right now is that the army chief has already briefed Raksha Mantri with regards to all the measures that have essentially been taken and what has happened so far. We're expecting another sort of statement to come in from the army once there is more clarity. So there is a lot of things right now in the realm of speculation. We are only going by what the army has essentially indicated, and also the police, which is basically indicated there is no terror linked to it. Let me also quickly bring in General G.T. Bakshi on this broadcast. General Bakshi, not the first time we have seen incidents of fratricide, and as far as laid down procedures of such incidents are concerned, if you could just elaborate for all our viewers to understand in a better manner what essentially happens when such incidents are reported, and that too in a peace station where family members would also be present.
Like I said, it is a very unfortunate incident. We've had 4 precious military lives lost. My heart goes out to the boys, to their families, those who have lost their lives. But like I said, these things do happen. The armed forces are a very stressful profession, and this unit, as we've just learned, was in Ladakh. And they did very well there. In that Galwan incident, I understand their men were involved. So, I would not be in any hurry to point fingers at the unit per se. It's not correct. It's not correct. Individuals can snap. I have seen it happen far more often earlier. There is a lot less of this now, because the armed forces.
So it happens a lot less now than it used to happen in my time when we were operating very majorly in J&K and elsewhere in counter-terrorist situations. So, second.
Right, that was Major General G.D. Bakshi, and we continue to track it on Ground Zero, this story, the developments. Amandeep continues to be with us from Ground Zero in Bathinda. Amandeep, we are expecting a press briefing by the Punjab police, and also there is a top-level meeting in Delhi with the Raksha Mantri and the top MHA officials as well. What is the latest you are learning right now as far as this case is concerned?
Well, the latest facts are, Rakshita, still stick to that point. Latest statement of Indian Army only, that one Insas rifle along with 28 rounds remain missing from past 2 days, and that is the major concern, and that is the reason the cordon and search operation has been still underway inside the army military station Bathinda itself with the help of the local police. So far, local police have not got any kind of clearance from the side of the Indian Army to hold any kind of press briefing, just because initially Indian Army will complete their entire operation. Only then it will be allowed, it will be come out with any kind of official statement regarding the entire incident with all kind of details. But so far 2 statements has been revealed by the Indian Army, and revealing the fact that this incident reported at 4:35 a.m. in the morning, and in fact 4 jawans from artillery units has been reportedly dead in this firing incident, and in fact 1 NSAS and 28 rounds has been remain missing from past 2 days, and cordon and search operation is underway. Punjab police assistance has been taken, and forensic